Hi everyone, this is Hemant sir. So in this session we are again going to discuss about the topic from the hydrocarbons. The subtopic will be dehydration of alcohols. Second, by dehalogenation of vicinal dihalide, and last one is a addition reaction. Hydrocarbons, that part we have started before 1 week, and we have completed the alkane point from this chapter, and the running topic is alkene and alkyne. So let's see the first topic, that is dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water molecule. Yeah, you can say in chemistry language that is elimination of water molecule. That is called as a dehydration of alcohols. Yeah, sorry, dehydration. Here we are going to discuss about the dehydration of alcohols. That means in the starting substrate having the alcohol, and we have to remove the water molecule from the substrate which have alcohol. Here alcohols on heating with sulfuric acid from alkenes with elimination of water molecules. Here sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent, and dehydrating means the role of the dehydrating is removal of water molecule from the adjacent carbon atom. Here, the reaction is known as a catalyzed dehydration of alcohols. The exact conditions of dehydration depend upon the alcohol. Means this type of the reaction may be take place with the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol with particular conditions. Dehydration of alcohol is an example of beta elimination. Since OH group from a carbon along with the hydrogen atom from beta carbon atom is removed. Okay, let's see the reaction. This is the alcoholic hydrocarbons. A OH atom attached with the carbon, such a carbon is called as alpha carbon, and the neighbor carbon of alpha carbon is called as a beta carbon. Okay, hence this is alpha and this is beta. Here OH group, the structures having the OH, hence the common name of this structure will be alcohol. Here when this alcohol react with the concentrated H2SO4 at a particular temperature, a elimination of water molecule take place. Actually, this OH group and hydrogen group eliminated from the adjacent carbon atom with the help of, with the action of concentrated H2SO4. Actually, OH is a bad leaving group. OH is a bad leaving group. Means OH cannot be easily eliminated from the adjacent carbon atom. So that we use here concentrated H2SO4 to remove such a bad leaving group. Let's see. Product. Here concentrated H2SO4 act as a dehydrating agent, and the role of the dehydrating agent is what? That is elimination of water molecule from the adjacent carbon atom. Okay. Actually, this is vicinal. I'm sorry. This is the OH and H is removed from the alpha as well as beta carbon atom by protonation reaction. Here, the resulting product is alkene and a water molecule eliminated from the reaction. Here, the dehydration, the reactivity of dehydration of alcohol order, the reactivity order of dehydration of alcohol is given. A tertiary alcohol is a more stable. Sorry, the easy of dehydration of alcohol is in the order of tertiary, then secondary and primary. I mean to say, tertiary alcohol does not require the highly concentrated H2SO4 and temperature. The reaction takes place very easily because we know that the carbocation as well as the hyperconjugation concept that we have learned in the previous chapter. Correct? What actually hyperconjugation said? Maximum number of alpha carbon atom of the carbocation that will be more stable than the others one. Means highly substituted alkyl group is a more preferable according to Sejap rule. So that the tertiary alcohol can be easily take place reaction. Then secondary and then primary. Let's see the next. See, we have this primary alcohol. This is alpha carbon. Then neighbor carbon is a beta. The name of the structure will be butane 1-OL. OL stand for alcohol. This is suffix for alcohol. Okay. This is secondary alcohol. Okay. The OH atom attached with the directly carbon atom is called as alpha carbon, and the neighbor 2 carbon is called as a beta carbon. Here also in 2-methyl propane 2-OL. This alpha, this is alpha carbon. This one is beta and this neighbor one is a beta. Okay. Here there are 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, numbering is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the name of this structure according to the IUPAC is butane 2-OL. So what is difference between them? This is primary. This example is a secondary, and this is a tertiary. Okay, primary, we have the primary example, then secondary, and then tertiary. When this primary alcohol react with the concentrated H2SO4, it requires the high temperature as compared to the other 3 ones. See the concentration level also given there. For primary, we require the 75% concentration of H2SO4 at 430 Kelvin. For secondary, we need the 60% of concentrated H2SO4 at 373 Kelvin. And for tertiary, you can use word dilute H2SO4. Yeah, 20% of H2SO4 at 363 Kelvin. Actually, what it represent? It indicates from primary to tertiary, there is no need the highly concentrated H2SO4 and high temperature to complete the dehydration reaction. Because we know that the tertiary carbocation is more stable than the secondary and primary. According to this concept, tertiary alcohol does not need the highly concentrated H2SO4. Because see, a protonation reaction take place. Protonation means what? Addition of hydrogen. तो इसमें अगर हाइड्रोजन ऐड होता है OH में तो वो वाटर हो जाएगा और वाटर ये निकल जाएगा, तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज इधर आ जाएगा. तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज जनरेटेड ऑन द tertiary carbon, and then shifting of hydrogen take place. Then you will get the corresponding product like alkene. Let's see the first product. See here how actually hydrogen and OH eliminated. This hydrogen and OH, the position of the OH is alpha and hydrogen is beta. The neighbor adjacent neighbor hydrogen atom eliminated. The resulting product is what? But1-ene. Okay, the resulting product is what? But1-ene is a main product. What happened here? See, for understanding, place the numbering 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct. The position of the alpha and beta is 1 and 2. So that what happened? A bond formed between the first and second carbon after elimination of water molecule. Okay, let's see the second. So there are two possibilities. Why? Because there are two beta hydrogen atom, so that there will be two product possible. So go according the numbering from right side. So there are 4 carbon in the longest chain. If a third number hydrogen atom removed, the resulting product will be this. And if first number hydrogen atom removed, resulting product is 1-butene. So 2-butene is a more major product, that is major product. 2-butene is a major product and 1-butene is a minor product. Why 2-butene is a major product? That concept we have learned in the previous topic, that is in Sejap rule. What actually Sejap rule say? A preferable product, a major product is highly substituted alkyl group. Correct? So in this structure, in this structure, there are two alkyl group. This one and this one. Two alkyl group is directly attached with the alkene. So according to Sejap rule, the preferable product is what? Highly substituted alkyl group directly attached with the unsaturated hydrocarbon is a major product. In this structure, what happened? This is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. There are only one alkyl group, that is ethyl. This part is ethyl. So that this is minor product according the Sejap rule. Next reaction. See here. In this structure having also two possibilities, because there are two beta hydrogen atom. Okay, so numbering will be 1, 2, 3. 2-methyl propane 2OL. Okay, the second position having methyl group also. This second position having methyl group and the OH group. Hence the name of this structure according IUPAC is 2-methyl propane 2OL. The product is 2-methyl prop 1-ene. Once you remove from this side, yeah, this side, the product will be same, that is 2-methyl prop 1-ene, and elimination of water molecule take place. Clear? Okay. So difference is what in this reaction? For primary we need 75% concentrated H2SO4, for secondary we need 60% H2SO4, and for tertiary we need the 20% H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4. That you should have to keep in your mind. Let's see the next slide. This is actual mechanism take place. Okay. Here what happened? This is the example of the tertiary. Okay. This carbon is a what? Tertiary. A OH having extra lone pair of electron and donate the hydrogen atom of the sulfuric acid means a protonation reaction take place. यानी ये हाइड्रोजन ले रहा है. OH क्या ले रहा है? हाइड्रोजन ले रहा है, इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं प्रोटोनेशन. After protonation you will get the water molecule. This is the water molecule, H2O water molecule. और अगर वो H2O वाटर मॉलिक्यूल मिलता है प्लस चार्ज हो जाता है तो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल इलिमिनेट हो जाता है फ्रॉम द एडजेसेंट कार्बन एटम. ओके. अगर वाटर मॉलिक्यूल एडजेसेंट कार्बन से रिमूव हो जाता है तो उस कार्बन के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आता है. तो ये कार्बन कौन सा हुआ? अ कार्बन लिंक विद द अदर टू कार्बन, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सेकेंडरी कार्बोकैटायन. ओके. सो जिधर कार्बोकैटायन फॉर्म हुआ है उधर ही डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्म होने के चांसेस है. तो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा तो ये हाइड्रोजन ब्रेक हो जाएगा और पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है, एक इधर डबल बॉन्ड होगा और इधर का वाटर मॉलिक्यूल इसको देगा तो ये इधर एक डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्म. यानी देयर विल बी टू प्रोडक्ट, वन इज हियर एंड सेकंड इज हियर. लेट्स सी. ओके. सो देयर विल बी टू प्रोडक्ट. अगर ये इसको छोड़ दो फिलहाल, इसको मैं थोड़ा रिमूव कर देता हूं. हाँ, इस पार्ट को, इस वाटर का एक्शन को हम थोड़ा इग्नोर करते हैं, इसको ही हम लोग कंसिडर करते हैं. जैसे ही प्रोटोनेशन होता है तो वाटर का OH3 फॉर्म हो जाता है. OH3 फॉर्म हुआ, देखो ये CH3 है, ये ऊपर दिया है, ये पूरा पार्ट CH3 है, ये सेम साइड दिया है, ये डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्म हुआ है इधर. ओके. ये डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्म हुआ. करेक्ट. Means both the alkyl group lie on the same side, hence it is a cis alkene. Correct. Both the alkyl group या highly same group lie on the same side of the alkene is called as a cis isomer. So resulting product is what? Cis alkene. And the second product is what? Trans alkene. Okay. So out of these two structures, trans always major product. Because there is a less steric hindrance, hence trans is a major product. Okay. This is a mechanism. Actually this mechanism is not given in your textbook. This is for your understanding purpose, how actually movement of electron take place. This is for your understanding purpose. Next, by dehalogenation of vicinal dihalide. Dehalogenation means what? D means निकाल देना, हेलोजनेशन मीन्स हेलोजन को, ऑफ विसिनल डायलाइड, विसिनल पोजीशन का जो दो हलाइड हो गए उसको निकाल देना है हमें. ओके. विसिनल डायहालाइड मीन्स अ टू हेलोजन एटम अटैच विद द एडजेसेंट कार्बन एटम इज कॉल्ड एज ए विसिनल डायहालाइड. सपोज ये दिया, सपोज ये कार्बन है और ये कार्बन है, इधर हाइड्रोजन है, इधर हाइड्रोजन है, इधर हाइड्रोजन है, इधर भी हाइड्रोजन है और इधर हेलोजन है और इधर हेलोजन, तो इसको आप लोग बोलेंगे विसिनल डायलाइड. द टू हेलोजन एटम अटैच विद द एडजेसेंट कार्बन एटम इज कॉल्ड एज ए विसिनल डायलाइड. एंड सेकंड इज द जेमिनल डायलाइड. देयर आर टू टाइप ऑफ द डायहालाइड्स. वन इज द विसिनल डायलाइड, सेकंड इज द जेमिनल डायलाइड. विसिनल डायलाइड means two halogen atom attached from adjacent carbon atom is called as a vicinal dihalide, and geminal dihalide means a halogen atom attached to the only one carbon atom is called as a geminal dihalide. Okay. Dihalide in which two halogen atom attached to the adjacent carbon atom are called as a vicinal dihalide. Let's see the statement. In this sphere, a removal of two halogen atom from adjacent carbon atom is called as a dehalogenation. Removal of two halogen atom from the adjacent carbon atom is called as a dehalogenation. D means delete करना आपके लैंग्वेज में, हेलोजन को हमें डिलीट करना है. The dihalide of alkene in which two halogen atom are attached to the adjacent carbon. Any neighbor means adjacent. Neighbor means adjacent. Attached to adjacent carbon atom are called as the vicinal dihalide. And vicinal dihalide on heating with the zinc metal form the alkene. So we are using here zinc metal to complete this dehalogenation of vicinal dihalide. Okay, let's see the reaction. This is vicinal dihalide. दोनों हेलोजन देखो एडजेसेंट कार्बन पे अटैच हुआ है, एक इसके इस पर, इसको नेबर नेबर है, दोनों नेबर नेबर है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए विसिनल डायलाइड. ओके, so this vicinal dihalide react with the zinc. We know that the zinc acts as a reducing agent. Firstly, what happen, actually it oxidizes itself and the electron directly attack on this carbon. Okay, and once the electron attack on this carbon, a halogen atom remove from the carbon atom, and that a negativity generated on this carbon, and then the negative charges donate the electron between the carbon and again the second halide eliminated from the adjacent carbon atom. Actually this is the mechanism. Here corresponding product is alkene plus ZnX2. means ये Zn हुआ आपका, Zn having lone pair of electron, तो ये इसको इतना पार्ट को निकाल के लेके जाता है ऐसा. So resulting product is what? Alkene. तो हमेशा ध्यान में रखो, once the vicinal dihalide react with the zinc, corresponding product is alkene plus ZnX2. So we have the two more examples. When dibromoethane means ये भी vicinal dihalide का example देखो, ये इधर अटैच है, ये इस कार्बन को अटैच है, so it is also vicinal dihalide example. When this vicinal dihalide react with the zinc, resulting product is what? Ethene. Second, same thing here. A 1,2-dibromopropane react with the zinc. The product is what? Propene plus ZnBr2. These are the few examples of by dehalogenation of vicinal dihalide. Okay. Next slide. That is addition reaction. Addition reaction always take place with the unsaturated hydrocarbon. It may be alkene or alkyne. It is a reduction type of the reaction by partial reduction of alkynes or controlled by hydrogenation of alkyne. The carbon-carbon triple bond of alkyne can be partially reduced to a carbon-carbon double bond with calculated quantity of dihydrogen in presence of Lindlar catalyst. Here Lindlar catalyst is used to break such a bond. Okay, catalyst means what? This catalyst is useful to increase the rate of reaction without taking part in the chemical reaction. Means here this Lindlar catalyst play a very important role, but without taking part in the chemical reaction. It helps reaction take place very fast. Okay, so palladized charcoal deactivated partially with the quinoline or sulfur compound. Lindlar catalyst means palladized charcoal deactivated partially with the quinoline or sulfur compound. The cis isomers is obtained by this method. Cis isomers. Isomers means same molecular formula but different structural arrangement. Correct? Cis means maybe on the same side. The hub same group lie on the same side. So let's see the example. Yes, we have the alkyne example. The structures having carbon-carbon triple bond. When this alkyne react with the hydrogen, that is called as a hydrogenation. Reaction take place. Palladium in presence of quinoline. This is stand for the charcoal. Palladized charcoal is deactivated partially with the quinoline, or it may be sulfur compound. Means you can use sulfur compound instead of quinoline also. So resulting product is what? सिस अल्केन मीन्स ये हाइड्रोजन क्या होगा, ये ऐसा ऐसा निकालो और इधर अटैच करो, एक हाइड्रोजन इधर जाएगा, एक हाइड्रोजन इधर जाएगा, ये एक पाई बॉन्ड होगा वो ब्रेक हो जाएगा. वाई पाई बॉन्ड ब्रेक हो जाएगा? बिकॉज पाई बॉन्ड इज अ कंपेरेटिवली वीक बॉन्ड देन द सिग्मा बॉन्ड. हेंस रिजल्टिंग प्रोडक्ट इज व्हाट? सिस alkane. Okay, and if you try the further reduction, a resulting product will be alkane. And here a same group lie on the same side, hence it is a cis alkane. दोनों R ऊपर है और दोनों हाइड्रोजन same side है, hence it is a cis alkane. The trans alkene is obtained from alkyne on reduction with the sodium in liquid ammonia. You must have to keep this condition for the trans product. Trans product can be formed, but in presence of sodium in liquid ammonia. Let's see the example. We have the alkyne again, and if you use the sodium with the liquid ammonia, okay, it is also called as a hydrogenation reaction, but reaction take place in presence of sodium in liquid ammonia. The resulting product is what? Trans alkene. Correct? A same group lie on the opposite side, that is called as a trans alkene. Okay, see these two product, what is difference between? So the trans is a more stable than the cis. Okay, so I think we have to complete this topic. This is for assignment. ओके, H2SO4 दिया है, कितना परसेंट H2SO4 लगेगा वो आपको मालूम है. ये OH दिया है, ये CH3 दिया है, तो ये कौन सा टाइप का अल्कोहल होता है वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. सेकेंडरी, टर्शियरी, प्राइमरी. अगर सेकेंडरी होगा तो कितना परसेंट लेना पड़ेगा, टेम्परेचर कितना लेना पड़ेगा. ये अगर प्राइमरी है, टर्शियरी है या सेकेंडरी, तो उसका भी परसेंटेज आप लोग इधर लिखोगे. इसमें भी वैसा ही है. देखो हमेशा ध्यान में रखो, ये भी वैसा ही है. ये रिएक्शन शायद आपको पढ़ाया नहीं होगा, फिर भी आप लोग नॉलेज लगा के बना सकते हैं. ओके, हमेशा ध्यान में रखो कि OH जो है वो बैड लिविंग ग्रुप है, वो इतना इजीली रिलीज नहीं होता है, इलिमिनेट नहीं होता है, इसीलिए कॉन्सेंट्रेट H2SO4 डालना पड़ता है. बट हैलोजन का जो रिएक्शन है ना, हैलोजन इज अ गुड लिविंग ग्रुप. जितने भी हैलोजन हम लोग डालेंगे ना, जनरली हम लोग ब्रोमीन या क्लोराइड लेते हैं, ब्रोमाइड या क्लोराइड. ये दोनों गुड लिविंग ग्रुप है और इजीली रिमूव हो जाते हैं इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ द aqueous alkali लाइक सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. Means we don't need the any kind of the catalyst या concentrated solution to remove this such a type of the halogen, because halogen is a good living group and OH is a bad living group. Hence for OH we require the highly concentrated H2SO4, that you have to keep always in mind. Correct? So I hope this session is helpful to you to understand the dehydration of alcohol and dehydrogenation and addition reaction. And if you don't understand actually again, try to see again and again. Okay, thank you for being with us. Bye bye.